How's it going, everybody? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. Today I want to show you how to play this really fun blues rock lick in E. Now Guitar Control is giving away this really cool free chord chart. There's a link down in the description where you can get yours. Every chord you could ever need all neatly compiled into one sheet, so you can download it, you can print it off, put a copy in your gig bag, put a copy where you practice. So just in any situation you're in, you could have any chord you need at a glance, and it's a free download. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at this. Alright, so this is all, for the most part, just taken out of the E minor pentatonic scale in the open position. And we're just going to have some passing tones in there. Alright, so the first thing, we're going to be here on the 3rd fret of the high E string. And we're going to be bending this, so you can use your 3rd finger and then have your 2nd finger behind it, on the 2nd fret, so you can get that leverage, or you could do the same thing with your 1st and your 2nd finger. Just don't try to do it with just your 1st finger. This just makes it much, much easier. Alright, so we're going to pick this, and we're going to do a half step bend, and then we're going to release it to the open string. So, in its 8th note. So this is going to be like 1 and. So when we do that bend, we're only bending it up a half step. So that's 1 and. Right, so then starting on the 2nd beat, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to move down a string. So now we're on the 3rd fret of the B string, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that bend a half step, but then we're going to hit the high E string open instead of the B string. So we've got 1 and 2 and. Like that, or if you prefer that way. Now, on beat 3 is a triplet. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here on the 2nd fret of the G string with your 2nd finger, and we're going to pick that and slide to the 4th fret, and then follow that with the open high E string. So that's triplet. So triplet. So how I count triplets, so that way I can know where I'm at, what beat I'm on. So like this here is starts on beat 3. So 3 yellow is how I count it. And then for beat 4, it's the same thing. It's triplet. We're going to start here on the 4th fret. So when you do this, just keep your middle finger held down there. And then we're going to pick that, slide back to 2, and pull to the open string. So that's our whole first measure. Now, you notice on the tab it actually says, starting on beat 3, that to let it ring. So you want those notes to ring out over the top of each other. Just gives it that kind of a, more of a bluesy, gritty sound. Alright, so then starting on the 2nd measure, on the downbeat of 1, 2nd fret of the D string. So when we're coming out of the... So that's actually like one phrase. And then starting on the and of 2, and this is going to be unusual to count because it's a triplet, but it's not starting on the downbeat, it's starting on the and of 2. So we've got, this is 1, and then and 2. See how, I'm not even sure how I would count that with the numbers in yellow. So it'd be 1, and then on the and yellow. There we go, and yellow. 2, whoops, and yellow to the open D string. So it's the open A string, and then you're going to hammer to the 1st and 2nd fret. To the open D string. And when we hit that, that is just a single 8th note. So it is the it would be the and of 2. And then we're going to do this part backwards like we did on the previous one. So we're going to start on the 2nd fret of the A string, and we're going to pull to the 1st fret and then to the open string. And that's 3 yell low, and then on the downbeat of 4, we're going to grab the 3rd fret of the low E string, and we're going to do just a 1/4 step bend. And that is on, like I said, this is the downbeat of 4, so it's like 4 and then that's tied to a whole note on the next measure, so it just rings out. Now, you do a lot of variances on there, like there I didn't do I picked some of those notes instead of doing hammer-ons. So that's what's the beauty of, these types of licks, is that you can kind of mix it up and make it however you want it to be, to make your own. But anyhow, this is, kind of a good one if like maybe to end a if like you were playing over like a 12 bar at the end of it, when the 5 chord, then we have the the turnaround, and then would be the end, and you can something like that. All right, so one of the reasons why at first I was saying about using your 3rd finger, because this way, if everything, I don't have to move my hand position around except when I do this slide, but I'm just this way I don't have to change my hand position. My 1st finger's handling the 1st fret, 2nd finger's handling the 2nd fret, so on and so forth. It just makes it a lot easier for playing stuff like this, and in playing licks like this, if you're trying to stay consistent with how you do it, is really helpful as well. All right, so there you have it. I think it's pretty cool bluesy rock lick in E. So if you like this lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this or other guitar-related topics. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.